Hey you, thanks for coming. I wasn't sure if you'd even show up, to be honest. Look, we've been through a lot together, and I just thought it was really important to say this face to voice before you heard it from anyone else. I kind of liked this episode. I know, and I have no right to ask this of you, but if you could just find it in your heart to like and subscribe, I'll explain why. This week, Carrie is blessed by the welcome reappearance of eternally PO'd ex-mentor Enid Frick. Since retiring from Vogue, Enid got herself an age-appropriate boyfriend and set up Ask Enid, a newsletter apparently rivaling Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop, but hopefully not selling candles that smell like an electrical fire at SeaWorld. Carrie reveals that Enid successfully dodged a request to blurb her latest book, although it's a bit of a mystery why she'd even want her to. Enid couldn't make her disdain any clearer if she dragged her by the hair to the bathroom and made her watch as she used it as toilet paper. But this painful interaction does score Carrie a patronising invite to contribute to Enid's new online magazine for older women, Vivante. Other titles considered include Abandonné, Sèche, and Je suis tombée et je ne peux pas me relever. Carrie's under the impression that her invite to Vivante's startup is because Enid's after her writing skills, which she hopes to parlay into a plug for her book. Incorrect. What Enid really wants is the widow Preston's big fat bequeathed bank balance. If Carrie was wondering how the situation could get any worse, the universe answers by seating her next to Bitsy, who reveals that she's the reason that Carrie's been receiving texts from beige potential suitor Marlon. A man who wears yellow sweaters but also has a notoriously gigantic pig sticker. So, swings and roundabouts. During a speech by legendary feminist and Christian Bale's stepmother Gloria Steinem, not a joke, look it up, Bitsy sends Carrie an unsolicited snap of Marlon's sizable snozwanger, which is about as good a summary of this show's contribution to modern feminism as you're likely to see. Unfortunately, Marlon and his seemingly widely enjoyed vein cane turn out to be one and the same with Enid's off-screen beau, proving that one way or the other, Carrie Bradshaw is Miss Frick's infinitely repeating canon event. Carrie's story this week was kind of fun, though, right? A good legacy character, some actual comedy, and a healthy, repeated dose of self-imposed humiliation. Of course, I won't get used to it, unless the rest of the season is Enid stalking Carrie around New York like an arthritic remake of It Follows. Now that, I'd watch. This week in Who Gives a Shit news, it's all happening at the Wexley's lavish 20th anniversary party, which, due to shoddy organisation, suffers a turnout on par with the average straight pride rally. Lisa invites her father, Lawrence, to the occasion, played by the always welcome Billy D. Williams. That would be the same father she told Charlotte was dead last year.
I could barely keep it together in front of the girls just now.
I was the exact same way when I lost my dad last year. I could see my rings literally shaking on my hands while I was trying to be so strong for them.
So, either Lisa is a sociopath or the writers are morons. I'll let you decide. Victor Garber guests as gallery owner Mark Kasabian, though unfortunately goes the whole episode without designing a mode of transport capable of killing over 1,500 people. He offers Charlotte a job, having been impressed by her long dormant career. Sounds like it's time for Mark to get his prescription checked. At the party's conclusion, and attempting to save him from her father's judgment, Lisa commits Herbert to a run for city comptroller. I guess we'll have to wait and see if the penchant for homemade apple juice comes with the position. Charlotte and Harry join Lisa and Herbert to wave their kids off to 4 weeks of sleepaway camp. Lisa's son Henry does his Urkel routine.
Did you remember to pack my retainer? I am 95% sure.
That leaves a 5% window of error. I don't like those odds.
which is how we know he'll be spending the month learning macrame and being disowned by his siblings. The York Goldenblatts rush home for a bit of uninterrupted hanky-panky, the grand finale of which is Charlotte enthusiastically asking Harry to ice her baps. Personally, I'm with Richard Burton. And while Harry thinks he's delivered a fresh batch of pale marmalade, he soon realises that his jar is involuntarily empty. Discussing this development at lunch, Charlotte continues her filibuster on Gentleman's Relish, in the clearest evidence yet of her own Miranda-style personality transplant. Her sex positivity is through the roof, even trying to rewrite history with the claim that she always loved a good dose of tail juice. I'd put good money on her revealing her own red room in the next episode. After their doctor confirms that Harry's erectoplasm has just gone on vacation to his bladder, Charlotte takes it upon herself to teach him the wonders of the pelvic floor workout. By way of a resume, she shows him that her lower ground funhouse has the crushing power of Honey Boo Boo at terminal velocity. Her militaristic Kegel drills work, and Harry's back to blasting crack wax in no time. Not much more to it than that, really. Do you want some more euphemisms to pass the time? Let's see, there's snake spray, trouser gravy, fun gel, daddy sauce. Back in NYC and relegated to the sofa in her former family home, Miranda tries her best to adapt by getting them all into group therapy. A tiny hint of the old Miranda, as rare these days as a Che Diaz punchline. However, naive modern-day Miranda hasn't banked on Brady making her separation from newfound boxing enthusiast Steve his entire personality. At said therapy session, and with the kind of dead-eyed stare that usually puts you on a watch list, Brady turns the spotlight on his parents.
You installed a punching bag in your bedroom, and Mom's banished herself to the couch pretending she's fine with it.
I am fine with it. For now.
Right, yeah.
Steve, our designated good cop, reassures him,
Hey, nobody's saying you're an idiot.
I am. I'm saying that. In short order, Steve agrees to move out, and Brady announces that he won't be going to college. I think someone needs to call Operation Varsity Blues. Of course, Miranda's healthy choices were never going to last forever, and her self-destructive streak comes roaring back with the return of Che. Visiting their new Hudson Yards apartment with Carrie, Miranda's surprised to see Che's ex and current husband Lyle there, intending to stay the night. After Carrie's chased from the building by the very mention of non-traditional relationships, the same way most people run from demons, Che decides to play in the box Brady came in, which Lyle decides to get in on too, and is about as welcome as a wasp at a barbecue. Although initially game, Miranda eventually relegates herself to the couch, telling Che and Lyle to carry on without her. We're thankfully saved from the unbearable neurosis that would have caused when Che decides not to after all. Understandable, considering that based on his hair and clothes alone, Lyle looks dirtier than a Michael Jackson bedtime story. Last video's top comment comes to us courtesy of Rosemary, whose social awkwardness has led to excuses for any event more than 6 feet from the sofa. I hear ya. Some of us just create YouTube channels. This video's question is, what would your newsletter be about? Answers in the comments below please, and the best will flog us some crystals next time. Either way, thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, if you can't be good, be crusty.